Hi, this is Miss Key, and this is my review of Thousand Pound Best Friends, Season 1, Episode 5, Beauty and the Beach. Let's get started. So, first, we start off with Vanessa moving. They left off last week, and she was in the front of the house putting her stuff in the truck, and her sister Jackie was yelling. So, they picked up where they left off, and Vanessa's still yelling, and she's talking about, what am I supposed to do now, now that Vanessa's moving. And Vanessa says in her confessional that, it's not easy to be moving away from her sister. But she said if she doesn't move, she's gonna die. So they show her moving, and Vanessa says it's, all for bettering her and her son. Megan says in her confessional that she feels like Jackie is an enabler. So then they cut to the new place, and actually Vanessa's new place looks really nice. Looks like it was already furnished. It looks really clean, and so I really hope that it works out for her. I know in the last episode she said it was at the top of her budget, so I just hope that she could keep it going, financially, and that it will be a good move for her. Vanessa says that this is her first time being away from her sister. They lived together, their whole lives. So I was thinking at this point, okay, Vanessa, no more excuses. Now you can't say, well, my sister bringing in all this stuff, all this bad food, and, I'm being tempted. Now it's all on her. So I really hope that she really sticks to it, gets into like a groove, and just get to losing this weight like she wants to do. So she's making those steps, and I'm happy to see that for her. So then they show Vanessa and Megan, they're talking, and Vanessa tells Megan that she appreciates her being there and that she wants to take her to Florida to take that walk on the beach. They did a flashback and they showed how when Megan, was first, getting into the surgery, she had told Dr. Proctor that her dream was to walk on the beach. So Vanessa said she wanted to do that for her. And Megan says that that's, really sweet. That's been a dream of hers. That's been something that she promised her dad that she would do. She promised him that before he passed away. But she was worried about the expense. And she was worried about people looking at her and, also how it would be walking on the beach. Vanessa said, "Don't worry about the expense. I'm going to plan it. And Tina and Ashley, they're going to help. They're going to pay for it." So she said, "Don't worry about it." So next up, we see Tina and Megan at the park with Tina's kids. And Tina, she's disappointed because she can't climb up I don't know what it was, kind of like a jungle gym spear type of thing. She couldn't climb all the way up with her daughter. So she said in those instances, she'll usually have to sit down, and then her older daughter will have to take over. And she says, she just feels like it's not fair, that she puts that on her kids and she can't play with her kids like she wants to do. Megan asked Tina if she would consider going to see Dr. Proctor. And they show Tina in her confessional, and she talks about how she wasn't overweight as a child, but somehow she became, the fat redhead girl, quote unquote. She feels like if she loses weight, it'll increase her intimacy with her husband, and she'll have more energy to keep up with her kids. Um, Megan's trying to convince Tina to go to get the surgery, and Tina says she's scared of getting the surgery. She's a fearful person, just period. And she feels that she doesn't need the surgery. She said two of her greatest fears are leaving her kids and or losing her kids. But Megan said, what we're doing right now, we're not living. So Tina says she will talk to the doctor, but she will not agree to doing the surgery. So next up, they show Tina, Vanessa, and Megan going to a tanning salon. And Megan is freaking out about having to be naked. So she says, can they do the spray tanning together? And I would think, if you're self conscious about being naked, I would think you want to do the spray tan session on your own. But she felt like having her girls there would, kind of help her and inspire her to do it. So they all agree to get the spray tan together. They go one by one, and of course Vanessa is just fine with being naked. So that's all she cares about. in that moment. So she's all for it. And she says she loves getting the spray tan. Um, Tina actually, she did it too. So she got naked and she said she wanted to show Megan that she can get out of her comfort zone. So, although Megan was struggling, she eventually was able to get naked and get her spray tan like the other ladies did. Um, and Tina, she mentioned that it really breaks her heart to see Megan, feel so down and bad about herself. Um, but they were encouraging, and even the tanning lady was encouraging because they got a spray tan. So I just think that was really huge of Megan to do that, even though she was, self conscious about it. She's really not happy with how she looks right now. She's just not in a good place. But I really love the way that these friends build each other up. I think that is really nice to see. So anyway, Vanessa says she's worried about, Megan having a breakdown possibly at the beach because, they're going to be on the beach and probably, have swimsuits on and things like that. But anyway, next up, they show the girls getting ready to go to Florida. Everybody's excited. Everybody got their hair looking cute. I think Tina's hair looked cute. Of course, Ashley, her hair normally looks cute, I think. So she had some braids in. She had some pretty makeup going on. So the girls, they're packing up I don't know what it was, like a van or whatever. And they're getting ready to go. So they're all excited. Um, I don't know if it was Tina or Ashley. They were saying that they were nervous about staying on their diet. And I'm like, hey, it's vacation. Like, put the diet on hold until you get back from vacation. That's just me. But anyway, so then they get to talking, girl talk, and of course, Vanessa gonna say something off the wall, and she's talking about, they're talking about the food, and she's like, "Oh, well, I'd rather if I have a man in my mouth or whatever, rather than the food." And this and the third, and then Miss Tina, while they were having the girl talk, she said, "Oh, well, if you're not hungry afterwards, he ain't hitting it right." I said, "Okay, Miss Tina, Miss Reserve, with the comments." I knew she wasn't that reserved. She got 4 kids. Come on now. Anyway, so they show them going to the beach house, and this is something that Vanessa plans. So when they, come into the beach house, Vanessa looks real proud of herself, and she should be. It was a cute house that she hooked up for them. And then the house also had a golf cart that came with it so that they can ride around in it. It also had like a view of the ocean, which was really nice. So everybody was excited. Then they started getting silly and talking about they were gonna test the beds, and even Tina got in on the fun. So Miss Tina, she is just letting loose on this trip. So that's nice to see her let her hair down because she has been like super uptight. So that's pretty cool. Um, so Vanessa says she's never been to, something like this beach house. And Megan says, she really deserves this trip. You only live once. And she just says, she just hasn't lived for a long time. So she's, happy to be there. So then they show the ladies, they go to the patio and then they start having some drinks. And Miss Megan, she just, she says what happens in Florida stays in Florida. And then she just starts to get her drink on. And it's getting a little excessive. She's just really enjoying this champagne that they're drinking. And, it's going to pretty much continue. Um, So the next day, they show that it was raining, so they decide to go ahead and take the golf cart for a spin rather than walk around. So they go cruising around in this golf cart. Miss Vanessa, she's driving. I know I would have been scared with the way she was driving and hitting those corners. Um, and Ashley, she asks Megan how she has the energy today after, all the drinking that she was doing the night before. They said Megan drank a whole bottle of champagne and some wine. And then Megan, I think she said she didn't even eat, or they was trying to figure out whether she ate. If you don't, eat when you're drinking, that's make it even worse. Um, but anyway, as they were cruising around, somebody rolled past and said something rude, and Ashley said something rude right back. I said, go ahead, Ashley. Don't take that mess. I'm like, why do people have to, be rude? It's like, hey, if you see something and, I mean, you could just keep it to yourself. That's the type of thing you learn when you're a child. If you don't have nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. So anyway, um, next they show the girls. They go to this t-shirt place that airbrushes t-shirts, and they each are getting like their names on the all of their names on the shirts, just to kind of commemorate their vacation. And then they're getting some cute little sayings on the shirt. So the guy said that he'll once they get done, they're gonna ship it to them. I don't know if they're gonna ship it to the beach house or ship it to their regular house. I don't know. Anyway, next up, they show the girls. They're gonna go have a night out. They're getting ready. They're getting dressed. And Vanessa mentions, they don't normally get to go out, like this. Go and have a girls' night out. She said because Tina has the kids. Ashley's always working. And then, for a long time before Megan had the weight loss surgery, she was pretty much housebound. So they haven't been able to go out, and have a girls' night out. So they are all excited. Megan, even though she's self-conscious about her body, she has on like this two-piece type of thing. It's just showing a little bit of skin. Um, and then I thought Vanessa had a really cute shirt on. I know sometimes she doesn't wear things that always flatter. So, but the shirt that she had on was really cute. It was really cute, I thought. And then Tina and Ashley, I thought that they looked cute as well. So of course Megan was feeling self-conscious, and she started getting her drink on again. And I think she skipped the food again, which is real dangerous. And she started getting tipsy as the night went on. She was really just went from tipsy to drunk. And Tina said, it's really off-putting to be drunk in public. And Ashley mentions that, you get drunk easier and quicker after you get weight loss surgery. I guess because your stomach is smaller. And I think she said you also, your body absorbs it quicker. So, Megan's just truly, getting drunk fast. And she's having her own drinks. She's stealing the other girls' drinks. It was just a hot mess. Vanessa says she's concerned. And, at one point, I just really feel like, Megan was pissy drunk at one point. Um, so Tina says that, that they had to cut the night short because she was drunk. So she really didn't like that. She said, she was mad about it and it wasn't fair. It was very selfish of Megan to be, like that, and they had to cut the night short. Um, and Tina said, she promised herself that she wouldn't be a babysitter. She wanted to be out of mommy mode. And she felt like she got pushed back into mommy mode, taking care of Megan being all drunk in public. So, anyway, they cut to Tina. Well, actually, the girls, they're outside of the bar. And Megan, she's crying and hugging Tina, talking about, she didn't mean to, disappoint her and things like that. And Tina's consoling her. I'm like, you drunk when you crying and such. But anyway, um, then they show the ladies, they're walking from the bar. Megan's still crying. Ashley, says that in her confessional, she's never seen Megan like this. Um, and she says she thinks that there's other stuff going on in her life, because she thinks that she's having self-esteem issues, body issues, and she's just unhappy and she's trying to drink to bury, those feelings. Um, so anyway, next they show all the ladies back at the house, and Ashley tells Megan that she has started to trade food for alcohol, trade one addiction for another, basically. And Megan, she's just still crying, actually. And she says she has some deep issues, and she's like, why can't I love myself? And then they all start trying to encourage her. Vanessa went hard. She was like, "You are beautiful. You are beautiful." And it really ended on that note. Just them in the house, and Megan was crying, and she was saying that she wants someone to make her feel beautiful. And I was thinking, nobody could make you feel beautiful. Her friends are sitting there telling her, "You're beautiful, you're great." And that's just one of those things, that you have to accept on your own. That self love, which can be hard. And I really hope that she gets to that place. And even with some of those specific things that she doesn't like about herself, like the hanging skin and things like that, those are things that can be fixed, once she completes her weight loss or gets to a certain point in her weight loss. I know from looking at the other weight loss shows that, she can get, the skin surgery and things like that. So, whatever's going on in her head and in her heart, when it comes to the way you see yourself, nobody could do it for you, and that's the thing, her friends can tell her till they blue in the face. And if she doesn't believe it, it just will be, wasted breath. So I really pray that she gets to a place where she believes it. And maybe she'll have to start small. Maybe she, say, "Hey, I like my fingernails today." If she has, gets her nails done, or, "I like I don't know, my lipstick today." She might have to start small before she can accept her entire outside. And I hope she can do that. And it's hard, to build your own self esteem. But at any rate, that was my review of Thousand Pound Best Friends, Season 1, Episode 5, Beauty and the Beach. And I will see you guys next time.